it's Travel Tuesday. And if not, this is just another day for a bite-sized travel tip. So I always get the question like, how do I afford to travel so much? Because I'm always on the road, never there. It's just that I prioritize traveling. I love traveling. I'm not interested in expensive designer clothes, expensive bags. I don't have a car. So for example, if you have a car in London, parking, insurance, taxes, it all adds up like maybe to £400 a month. So I don't have that expense. So I use this kind of money to travel. Also, during the week, I eat at home. So I just do some shopping, eat at home, or do some little expenses at work, but not that expensive. Because luckily at work, food is subsidized, so it's a bit cheaper. It's not that great, but it's a bit cheaper than if you were eating outside. My coffee, as everyone says, oh, you shouldn't drink coffee out. I try to drink coffee at home when I'm not going to work. If I go to the office, I'll buy a coffee on the way. Like I love craft. In London, there's so many nice coffee shops that I cannot miss on that. But yeah, when I'm working from home, I'm drinking my coffee at home. So this is pretty much how I save money. No expensive dinner like all the time. Like I cut down on that massively, especially since I have this YouTube channel, because my weekend mostly, the way I also save money is like I'm really into photography and videography. I had to spend time making these videos. So before, when I didn't have this endeavor or this YouTube channel or anything, I was out with friends, out for the day, drinking, eating. Of course you spend money. But now I have to be here making these videos. So it means I'm not spending money and then I'm saving for my travels. So that's a method that I will advise if you want to become a content creator and travel the world and you're not paid yet. Like just cut down on everyday living things that you don't need. For example, my gym is very expensive, but I use it and because it's important to sustain your mental health. So that's probably my biggest expense in terms of leisure. But going out, I try really to avoid that, and this is what I will advise you to do if you want to travel the world. And also, I don't have any expensive electronics. So I say to people, you can come to my house, there's nothing to steal, because I have this 4-year-old camera that is still working, so I don't see the point of replacing it unless it's not working anymore. At this point I will. I love gear, I always watch gear video, but I don't need it. So I rather spend money traveling somewhere amazing rather than spending £1,000 on a new lens, for example. So this is how I will advise anyone to save money. And if you just use what you have and live within your means. So this is what I will advise. A simple advice is that. Also in terms of flights, I know that flying is flights are really expensive at the minute. And what I will advise is to... So I'm doing this challenge of trying to speak to the camera and I try to remember the key points. So bear with me. And I'm trying also to be clear in my... So back to the flights. Flights are really expensive. So what I do, I always, if it's the better solution, I always take a layover. So for example, I'm going to the Philippines. It was cheaper for me to fly to Hong Kong, stop there for a couple of days, and then take another flight from Hong Kong to Cebu, and then spend a few days in the Philippines. And on the way back, I'm stopping by Kuala Lumpur and spending a couple of days there, then flying back to London. And all this was half the price of if I did flight from London, if I took a direct flight from London to Manila. So if you have the time, and to be fair, also people get hung up about, oh, I don't have much time in that place. You can go back. Like for example, last year I was already in the Philippines, but in another area. And this time I'm going back and I'm doing another town for a week. So don't think, oh, if I go to the Philippines, I have to go for a month and then I'll spend all my money and I can't afford it. You can afford it. Just go there, spend a week, come back. You can always go back. That's also my method, my method to that. And also, I don't travel during school holidays. And as repeat, the people I'm profiling in this channel are people like women who are working, who have a full-time job, who can travel, but I just have the fear of doing it solo. If you have a family, a husband, or other responsibility, I can understand that you can only travel during the school holiday. But I'm just my target audience are people who are not tied to these compromises. So try to travel during the shoulder season or the low season, because as a result, hotels are going to be super cheap, affordable, not cheap, affordable, because cheap is very relative as a word. So yeah, so you go low season to try to avoid tourist trap. Like don't go like where everyone goes, because this is where it's expensive. And even when you are abroad and you eat there, try to find an area that is outside of the city center, so the food is more authentic and cheaper. So yeah, these are 3 top advice that I will be giving. Cut down on personal expenses that you don't need. Book flight, have a layover as a flight. And when you are in the area, try to go low season. Oh, also, I would like to emphasize that I have a full-time job, so that's why I'm able to travel as much as I want and can. I don't really use credit card. I used to in the past, like I did that big mistake, but I pretty much cut all of them because I don't like to be in debt, and it's very, I get very anxious, and no, I don't like it. I just rather live within my means, so I don't really do credit cards. So I really try to cut in other areas so I can afford to travel. But I'm interested to know in the comment, how do you budget for your travel? Like, let me know in there. And as usual, I said in the last episode that I end every episode with a travel trivia. So the answer to the last question, in which country is the deepest river in the world located? So the answer is Congo DRC, by the way. And the question for the travel trivia of this episode is, what are the 2 countries for which capitals are opposite from each other but only separated by a river? What are the 2 countries for which the capitals are separated by a river? Put the answer in the comment. Don't cheat. It's not cheating, okay? Right, cool. So yeah, see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and live inspired. And if you're still here, there's a little outro there to introduce a bit more who I am. Thank you. Live inspired. Bye. If you're new here, I'm Marlene. I'm a part-time traveler with a full-time job. This channel is just to inspire you to travel more than you think you can, and solo as much as you can. So see you in the next one, and live inspired.